Phase 3 of Epiphany's plumbing upgrades, and we're now going to work on extending wash station to the back of the boat. So you've seen in our previous videos where we've already run the hoses from under the sink from our water pump system through the bilge into the engine room. So now we got some hose. We're going to extend them up under the engine, back past the through hulls there, and they're going to daylight up here, and we're going to put spigots for garden hose so we can put wash station, fresh water for here to keep our scuba gear nice and clean, and a saltwater hose for washing the back of the boat, washing the dinghy out, cleaning up fish station when we're done cleaning fish. That's another project that we're going to build, and you know, just have access to water out there. So let's get her done. Boat yoga time. I've got Gordon, who is up by the engine, and I'm back here in this little crawl space. And we're manipulating this hose. We're going to run two of them back here, one freshwater, one saltwater, for spigots, for washing dive gear and cleaning the back of the boat. All right, Gordon,
ready.
Feed me some hose. Keep her from kinking.
So I'm taking
the loop that I'm pulling,
right,
and making sure the clamps don't grab anything and it lays flat under the engine and there's no kinks.
Gotcha.
How's she looking?
So far, so good.
Let me know when she's flat.
Now you're good.
Good?
Yeah, it's not hung up on anything.
Excellent. And we got plenty of hose.
It's straight, it's straight through.
Good deal. Thank you. It's boat yoga, folks. Okay.
Down here.
Hose number 2, boat yoga. I'm bringing it to me. Feed her to me, Gordon. I think this is the saltwater one. This might be the freshwater one. It really don't matter. Actually, I already got one of them plumbed in. Freshwater, so.
All right, it's laying there like the other one is.
Beautiful. And I like the way it is back here.
Not caught in it on anything.
It's out of the way. Excellent. I like the way that's routed. Now I can mount the spigots right through this bulkhead here. We're going to mount our 2 outdoor spigots right here in the corner so they don't get stepped on, and ease of access for hooking the hoses. So the first one's going to go here. I've already got the hole a little bit started. So let's drill some holes in the boat. Hole number 1. That'll be the location of the first one, and the second one will go here. Two more holes in the boat, Gordon. We've put 2 different size nipples so that we can stack the valves as you see me drill the holes, like that. And then when we put our 90s on, we'll be able to attach the hoses tight to the bulkhead and they won't interfere with each other. So it'll be like that. And that'll let the hoses run nice, neat, and true. So that's part of what we're doing. And of course, did I mention butyl tape? Butyl tape, butyl tape. We want this to be sealed. We don't want any seawater getting in our lazarette, cockpit, whatever pocket there. So we'll butyl tape this up and mount these where they are sealed. And butyl tape never gets hard, So if they twist a little bit or your foot kicks it or something, it'll stay waterproof and keep the elements out of the hull of the boat. Boom. These spigots have a mounting slot on each side, so we're going to use the Sharpie to mark that location and drill our mounting holes, so we can use stainless steel hardware with self-locking nuts on the back to hold them in place. Alright, we've got our mounting holes marked, and just to make easy getting them started exactly where we want them, I like to use my spring-loaded center punch and just make a mark, even in fiberglass, in the gel coat, so that the bits don't wander and you're always in the exact spot you want. Gordon?
Yes.
I'm drilling more holes in the boat. Easy start, the bits don't wander, all thanks to the center punch. You can see the mess we made. This is all sawdust. I'm not worried about that. I'll wash that down the deck drains, but I don't want to wash the fiberglass shavings down. They're not good for the environment. There, all the fiberglass is up. The wood dust, I don't mind. We've got the first outdoor spigot for our rinse system installed. It's nice and secure, but I see a pending issue if I do it in the same methodology for the second one. I staggered the nipples so that on the back here, I can 90 down and the hoses won't interfere. But this one's close. Is a close nipple, and I think the 90 will interfere if I put the screws in first. So let me put the 90 on and tighten that up before I put the mounting screws in. Alright, we got the 90s installed. We're secured. So let's put the hose barbs on. And you can see the hoses, and we'll get this hooked up. Freaking crescent wrench, pain in the butt, but comes with a turf. Get all this snugged up and we'll put the hoses on. Note to self, hose clamps are a lot easier to get good and tight. Be careful you don't strip them though when you use a ratchet and a 5/16 socket. And you won't stab yourself in the hand with a screwdriver. Just saying. And the final step, we've already started. You can see this is the line off our salt water pump that goes to the sink sprayer, and we'll put another T here so that we can put a valve for the system that goes out to the helm for washing down the back of the boat. And then we'll install one more T, one more valve, because this is the line here that's going to carry salt water to the front of the boat for our toilet flush. So let's get this connected. Okay, this is not as pretty as the fancy manifold I made for the engine compartment, but this ain't an engine compartment. This remaining valve here will be for the front of the boat. This valve here is for the back of the boat. That's for the saltwater sprayer on the sink, and there's the pump. Turn it on, let me check for leaks, Gordon. Hit the switch. Yep, it's on a separate electrical circuit from the freshwater pump. So it should run for a minute because there's air in the lines. And cut that off, and the pump stops. That should stop shortly. It's got a lot of air to compress. But when I shut off the front of the boat, I got no leaks here. Whoops, a little drip there. Where's that coming from? But anyway, I'll just snug these clamps up one more time and we're good. Okay, let's test our water system. That's fresh water for washing dive gear. And rinsing off after a swim, I mean, good for that. And that's salt water for washing the boat down. So now we've got these collapsible hoses. Just screw one on. It should not be that difficult. Really, it shouldn't. Should not be this difficult. There we go. Just got to match the threads up. Turn the water on. And that'll work with a darn. So let's replace that. Alright, we still got a little drip. We're going to replace this nozzle. We want plastic because pot metal's not going to last forever, but now we can wash the back of the boat down. We'll have the same available to wash our dive gear down. We can go swimming, rinse off with fresh water. I mean, really makes it convenient now. This phase 3 of the project is complete. Phase 4 is going to be salt water to the toilet and installing a bidet. So subscribe, follow. Facebook gets this crap out of order. You can best follow it on the YouTube channel, and we'll keep working on these projects.